While the majority of today's workforce prefers remote work over going into the office, a new MetLife survey finds that work-from-home employees may be more worried about their finances and confused about the benefits on that than on their on-site hybrid colleagues.
Oh, interesting.
This segment sponsored by MetLife. Joining us, we have the Vice President of Workforce Development at MetLife. Jen is joining us. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah,
Jen.
Jen, thanks.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you consider this year's open enrollment to be more important than others?
Yeah, so I think open enrollment is always important, but with the economic uncertainty that we're all facing right now, along with the fact that life has just changed dramatically in the last 2.5 years, it's really important for employees to think about their benefits elections this year.
Yeah,
Certainly.
for sure. Can you talk about the specific benefits and how they can support financial health?
Yeah, so I would love to. A couple of quick examples, right? Legal insurance. People need a will, right, to protect your financial security in the future with your loved ones. And people don't like to think about it, and they can be expensive. Legal insurance can cover that cost. And let's assume as a result of being remote now, you're thinking about buying a house in a different location. Those closing costs can be upwards of $6,700, and that's probably on the low side given inflation lately. And those costs could be covered at no additional out-of-pocket with something like legal insurance. The other insurance I would highlight is life insurance. Nobody likes to talk about it. Nobody likes to think about it. But setting your family up for future financial security is one of the most important things you can do today.
Yeah, absolutely. Jen, would you say there are certain groups who should be paying closer attention this year?
Yeah, so I'll highlight two, and you referenced one of them in the intro, remote workers, right? They're 20% more likely to be highly anxious about their financial situation, which is interesting. And I think it's a great opportunity for them to stop and think about how they're going to look at their benefits this year. They may be different. Their needs may have changed. The other one I'll highlight is the millennials. 55% of the millennials we surveyed are at their financial breaking point. That's not good news. Yeah. Great opportunity for folks to think about how they can shore up some of their financial anxiety through their benefits opportunities.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. Do you have maybe tips or resources to help those remote workers participate in their open enrollment?
Yeah, so I've got three that I'll run through. The first is, and this isn't just for remote employees, but certainly very applicable to remote employees, do a financial checkup. Look at your budget, your spending. How does that align with your goals for the next year? The second one is understand all of the benefits being offered to you. Don't just check a box. Look at the benefits working for you. Are they the right ones? Look at benefits you may never have considered. Maybe they're more applicable to you. The average person spends more time doing Wordle than picking out their benefits for the year. And I love Wordle, but it's a really important thing that you shouldn't kind of ignore. Spend some time. And the third tip I have is have conversations with people you trust. That could be your coworkers, your manager, your HR department. It could be your friends and family. People have had different experiences with benefits in their lifetime. Leverage that expertise, but don't make it a taboo topic. Talk about benefits with all of the people that you trust.
You just made it real when you're talking about Wordle and the time spent playing Wordle. I totally see that throughout this past year. Where do you recommend someone go for more information about their benefits?
Yeah, so I recommend two places. One is your HR or benefits department at your employer will have a ton of resource and information on the benefits specific to you. The other place that MetLife is happy to help with is metlife.com/open enrollment. You'll find videos, calculators, articles, all sorts of information about the vast availability of benefits and what they might mean to you and whether they're applicable to you and your family.
That's great information. Jen, thank you for joining us today, and also thanks to MetLife for sponsoring this segment. We appreciate you, Jen. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Open enrollment, always an important time of the year, but I mean, it can get expensive, especially when you're talking about covering a family. And so I'm glad that we've got these tips to share with you out there in case you're wondering kind of, what are my options this year?
I know, and I love the fact that she said they had a calculator on that website she mentioned,
because
I think
helpful.
that'd be a helpful tool.
Yeah, for sure.